Hello everyone, this is Weity Productions, and I am back today with another video. Today I will be looking at the Week 3 predictions for the 2017 NFL season. We will start with tomorrow morning's 9 o'clock game in London between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jags. Baltimore's defense has been nearly unstoppable this season, and with a turnover-happy quarterback like Blake Bortles, I expect that fully to continue. So I have Baltimore in this game, winning by a score of 23-13. Next, we have what may be the most boring game this season between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. So for this game, Indianapolis, they obviously have not shown very much this year. And while Cleveland hasn't either, keep in mind that they did play a very good Baltimore defense last week. And they did play Pittsburgh tough in week 1. So with that being said, I'm actually going to take Cleveland here because I think Indianapolis, Jacoby Brissett, while he didn't play terrible last week against the Cardinals, he didn't play great. So I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns here in a score of, let's go with 20-13. Then we have the Giants and the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. I have the Eagles winning this game. I mean, the Giants, they've been a dumpster fire this year. They have not been good whatsoever. Their offensive line has been absolutely abysmal. I think the Eagles' defense is going to be able to rattle them a little bit. I think, Carson Wentz, he's been having a pretty good year so far. So I think he'll be able to do pretty well against the Giants' defense. So I have the Eagles in this game by a score of 27-14. So then we have the Broncos traveling to Buffalo to face the Bills. I got the Broncos in this game. I mean, look, I'll be honest, I was a bit down on the Broncos before this season because I just thought their offense was too much of a mess. But C.J. Anderson has been killing it so far this year. Trevor Siemian has been killing it so far this season. And their defense has really been killing it so far this season. So until they slow down, I think I'm going to just keep picking them. So I got Denver in this game by winning by a score of 24-16. And I have the Miami Dolphins traveling to New York to face the Jets. I have Miami in this game. I think, Jay Cutler, I think he'll be able to do pretty well against the Jets defense. And, the Jets offense is the Jets offense. If you remember what I said last week, until the Jets prove that they can win a game, I'm just going to pick against them every week, regardless of who the opponent is. I think the Dolphins get to them here. I think they win by a score of 31-17. So then we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Carolina to face the Panthers. This is kind of my upset. I got the New Orleans Saints in this game. I think Drew Brees, I think he's going to be able to light up that defense a little bit. Carolina, we'll see about them. They are 2-0, but I'm still skeptical of them. So I have the New Orleans Saints winning this game. I think it's going to be relatively high scoring. So I got them winning it 34-28. Then we got the Steelers traveling to Chicago to face the Bears. I'm cautiously picking the Steelers here. I saw this stat the other day. They're like 12-15 or some crazy stat like that against teams with minus 500 winning percentages since 2012. So, I'm hesitant to pick them there, but I think the talent discrepancy is just too great there. So I have the Steelers getting the W in this one. I do think it will be pretty close because, the Steelers, they like to fool around with these type of teams. I have them winning this game by a score of 27-24. So then we got the Falcons traveling to Detroit to face the Lions in a matchup of two 2-0 teams. So I have the Lions winning this one. Obviously, Matthew Stafford has been red hot to start this year. I think he continues that. The Falcons, they are coming off of a big win at Green Bay last week, but I feel like this has, some of the potential to be a trap game. Though the Lions are definitely a good team, so I don't know if they necessarily play down to them. But I still think the Lions get the W here. They're at home. So I have the Lions winning this game by a score of 28-21. And we got the Bucks facing the Vikings. I can really see this one going either way. The Vikings, they got embarrassed. Well, not embarrassed, but they did lose by a decent margin last week at Pittsburgh. And I think the Bucks, I think Jameis Winston is really due for a breakout year this year. I mean, he is going up against a tough Minnesota defense, but I do have Tampa Bay winning here in a close one. I'll go 24-17 Bucks. So then we got the Texans traveling to New England to face the Patriots. I mean, I think I'm going to take the Patriots here, and I don't think that should be a surprise to anyone. The Texans, if I'm not mistaken, I forget, was it last year or the year before that they played them tough? But I think the Patriots get the W here. The Texans, there's still some questions about their offense. Their defense is obviously very good, but their offense is just I just have too many questions with them. So I got New England here winning this one by a score of 24-10. So then we got Seattle going to Tennessee to face the Titans. This is an interesting matchup here. I actually am going to go with Tennessee, which that might surprise some people, but I don't know, man. I mean, I know Seattle does this sometimes, but I'm not too high on them this year. I think, we're hearing things about how they're not getting along too well in the locker room. So, I think that team might finally be starting to implode a little bit. So I'm going to take the Titans here in this game. I think it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to go 23-20 here in the favor of the Titans. And we got Green Bay hosting Cincinnati. Look, Cincinnati hasn't even been able to score a touchdown this year. If you watch my video about why Marvin Lewis should be fired, that'll basically give you the main thoughts that I have on this team. Look, they're not good this year. The Packers, they did sustain a bit of a loss last week, but I think that's going to motivate them to come back and get the W here. I have them in a rout of the Bengals, 31-14. Even though, notice, I had 14, so I do have them getting 2 touchdowns. So, good job, Bengals, I guess. Then we got the Chiefs traveling to LA to face the Chargers. I could see this as a possible trap game for the Chiefs. And the Chargers, their record is 0-2, but if Younghoe Koo could actually make a field goal, they could very well be 2-0 right now. So, we'll see, but I think the Chiefs get the W here, but I think it's going to be narrow. I think it's going to be a close game throughout. I think the Chargers are going to hang tough, but ultimately, I think the Chiefs get the W here by a score of 23-21. And we have Washington hosting the Raiders. I have the Raiders in this game. I think, Derek Carr, he might be able to tear up that pretty poor Washington defense. So I have the Raiders here. I'll go 31-24 in this one. Because I think Washington, they will be able to hang tough for a little while, Kirk Cousins. But ultimately, I have the Raiders pulling away in the end. In our last game of the week, we have the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Arizona to face the Cardinals. The Cowboys got their butts kicked last week. I know it was to Denver, who has a very good defense, as I already talked about. But still, they really got demolished last week. And, I don't know, it might affect their psyche because they're a pretty young team, with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. And though the Cardinals have not looked good this year, I think they might come out motivated. So I honestly have the Cardinals getting the W here. I could see their defense possibly getting after the Cowboys a little bit. So I have them winning this one by a score of 23-13. So there you have it. There's my Week 3 predictions for the 2017 NFL season. A couple games that I'm really interested in, a couple not so interested in. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate if you would like and subscribe to this channel. If you would like to be notified of when I upload a video, then please click the bell in the bottom right hand corner to receive those. Also, feel free to share your thoughts of the video down in the comments section, and you all have a great day.